What is up, guys? So the news about Crisis on Infinite Earths over the last couple months has been just insane, with all the TV shows and the movies being added, and this kind of peaked with Lucifer, which I think is the least expected thing that has been confirmed to be appearing, or the character to be appearing, because he's so separate from the DC universe, and the TV show is so separate from DC, that I really did not expect them to actually bring in Lucifer. But then there's another TV show that seems to be appearing in the Arrowverse's multiverse, and is in the Arrowverse's multiverse, and that is Titans. Titans, obviously on the DC universe, currently going through their second season, which I think is currently a lot better than the first season, but I think that the show also has a lot of great characters, namely I think the characters of Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and now even Superboy, but also Hawk and Dove and Wonder Girl and Aqualad. But spoiler alert, Aqualad did die, but even Deathstroke, a lot of great characters on that show, and a lot of characters who don't exist in the Arrowverse, like again, the Robins have never appeared, Superboy somehow has never appeared, and the Hawk and Dove, and all these Titans characters, most of them have never appeared in the Arrowverse, in fact, almost all of them. But either way, I really wanted to see them in the crossover because a lot of them are the quintessential or the best live-action versions of the characters we've ever seen, so seeing them in the Arrowverse would be really cool. Characters like the Robin, Superboy, Hawk and Dove, and Cyborg from Doom Patrol, I really wanted to see those characters team up with the Arrowverse characters in the upcoming crossover, and while they are appearing, it does not seem like they're actually going to team up with the other characters or have any role whatsoever outside of a cameo. Now, another YouTuber makes Arrowverse videos. You probably know about him because he's a lot bigger than I am, but Paigey got some sort of inside knowledge from the crossover, which this has actually been corroborated by a couple other people who also get scoops from the filming of this and a lot of other things. But it seems like the Titans, a couple members, not confirmed who, but it seems like they've already filmed a cameo for the crossover, cameo involving them in Titans Tower looking up at the sky at something or another. It doesn't seem like they're going to have any role outside of that. However, I think it is possible that they will, but it doesn't seem like they will, as this will be the extent of their role probably, and again, they're probably not going to be teaming up with any of the other heroes, which is a little disappointing if this is the extent of their cameo, but it is still pretty cool that they are appearing in the Arrowverse multiverse and they're going to be a part of this multiverse, because the multiverse just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. But I really wanted to see these characters teaming up with the Arrowverse characters. Recently they introduced a new character, which is Superboy, which based off the one episode he was in was, I think, already my favorite character in the Titans verse. So to see him team up with like all the Supermen we've seen already, and Supergirl and the rest of the Arrowverse characters, but also, like I said, the Robins, Hawk and Dove, Cyborg, even Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy, all of these characters, it would be so cool to see them, basically the Titans, team up with the Arrowverse's superheroes. But it seems like the extent of their role will be a cameo. Now, like I said, they're going to look at the sky from Titans Tower. I'm guessing the reason they do this is because the Anti-Monitor, whatever he does, probably makes the entirety of the multiverse's skies red, or something like that, and then this is why the Titans look up, or the merging of the multiverse, or some universes, that probably is what the Titans are looking at. Now, I think with the inclusion of Lucifer and the Titans TV shows that are still ongoing, and also, I don't think have any chance of being a part of the Arrowverse's main universe, it makes me think that maybe they're not going the way of the original comic book. In the original comic book, what the crossover did, what the comic did, was destroy every single universe in the multiverse except for 5 of them, and then the 5 universes combined into one to defeat the Anti-Monitor. But then, from then on out, there was no multiverse, and there was just one universe, and then the multiverse was brought back in the next Crisis, Infinite Crisis, but for a very long time, there was no multiverse. I expected for maybe the same exact thing to happen in the upcoming crossover, where a couple of the universes, namely Earth 138, Black Lightning's universe, and a couple others combine into one, and that's just it. That's the only universe. But with Titans and Lucifer, again, universes, probably other universes that I really don't think will be a part of the Arrowverse going forward because of the logistics and how going forward they would have to be a part of the continuity of the Arrowverse. I don't think they would do that, but also they're ongoing. They're different from the Arrowverse, but I think that because of this, it probably means that only a couple universes in the multiverse, maybe a lot of them, but not all of them, will be destroyed, and also not all of them remaining will be combined into the new Earth. Obviously, I think Earth 138 and Black Lightning's universe will be combined, but I also think that Smallville's universe now, as well as probably the Michael Keaton universe, as well as the Titans universe, and the Lucifer universe will all remain their own universes, as well as survive, with a couple others dying in the crossover, maybe actual already already established universes, maybe the Superman Returns universe or the Birds of Prey universe being destroyed, because I do think that not a lot of people probably would be mad if they are. Again, I do think that this kind of changes my view of what will happen in the crossover, and also this is not exactly my ideal Titans cameo. What we're seeing is not exactly my ideal way for Titans to actually appear in the crossover, but either way, it is still really cool just to think that Titans is technically a part of the Arrowverse's multiverse. The same goes for Lucifer and basically everything else that has already been confirmed for the upcoming crossover, which is going to be insane, ridiculous, and incredible. At least I hope so. Now, in terms of which characters are appearing, I think that we can guess based off the fact that the crossover is coming out less than 2 weeks after the ending of Titans, which means that this cameo will probably take place right after the season finale. Now, in the season, I feel like at the end, the roster, like after the season finale, the roster of the team will include Nightwing, Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, Superboy, as well as Ravager, with, I think, Hawk, Dove, and Wonder Girl probably all leaving the Titans. At least, I don't think they're going to leave the show necessarily, even though I think it would be cool for Hawk and Dove, maybe even Wonder Girl, to have their own shows, as they're all definitely great characters who deserve their own shows. So does Superboy, but I think that those characters, in terms of their interactions with the characters and their thoughts about the Titans this season, I doubt they're going to be sticking around on the team after this. Similarly, or actually not similarly at all, Jason Todd also probably won't be a member of the team at the end. Either he dies or he returns to Gotham, because if he doesn't die in the season, then I think that he should probably die either off screen or on screen, but at least with Batman in Gotham City being killed by the Joker. So again, Nightwing, Starfire, Beast Boy, Superboy, Raven, and Ravager, with the rest of the characters either being dead or gone, and that's probably what the Titans will look like by the time their cameo rolls around. But either way, it doesn't really matter which characters do appear, because literally every single character, like on this poster, the only character out of these characters who have appeared in the Arrowverse is Deathstroke, and even Rose Wilson never appeared. Isabel Rochev had the role of Ravager, but Rose Wilson herself never did. Dick Grayson technically does exist, but the rest of the characters have never appeared, so this adds a lot to the Arrowverse, not to mention the Doom Patrol and the rest of the Titansverse. It definitely adds a lot to completing the Arrowverse, I guess, as a DC multiverse at this point, so it doesn't really matter which characters appear, especially since they're not really having much of a role, just a cameo. But I am pretty excited for when they are appearing in the actual episode, because it's going to be very exciting seeing that cameo, seeing these characters in an episode of one of the Arrowverse shows. I'm guessing probably either the Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow episodes, when the big multiverse changing events actually go down. Maybe in the Flash episode, because it's the end of the year. It's possible that episode will be when the crisis or the multiverse things happen. It doesn't really matter at this point, because this crossover is going to be insane, but also this cameo is something that I'm very excited for. There are actually other characters confirmed for the crossover other than various Titans, specifically characters from universes that are already confirmed for the crossover, namely the Batman 1989 universe, as well as Smallville. From Batman 1989, the actor Robin Wool is returning as Alexander Knox, a character who appeared in Batman 1989, and I think also in Batman Returns. I don't really 100% remember what his role was. He definitely wasn't a hero or a villain or anything like that, so if he does appear, I doubt it's going to be in any significant role. It's probably just going to be a cameo, or maybe he's going to have some connection to Kevin Conroy's Batman, or maybe the Birds of Prey universe. Anyway, there's also the Smallville character, who this is going to be a lot more exciting for a lot more people. Justin Hartley, the actor who played Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow, also played Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman, in a failed pilot, but he's more known for playing Oliver Queen in Smallville. He's officially returning along with Tom Welling and Erica Durance for the upcoming crossover. This is pretty exciting probably for a lot of people. Again, not exactly a huge fan of Smallville, but I do respect Justin Hartley's role as Oliver Queen. I don't think he's nearly as good as Stephen Amell, but I do think that he definitely wasn't bad. His costume was, I think, good for the time, and I'm actually a little bit excited for Justin Hartley's return as the character, and I'm guessing a lot of people would be excited, because there are a lot of Oliver Queen Smallville fans, but also I know there are a lot of also Justin Hartley fans who maybe don't necessarily watch DC TV shows, because he has his own TV show now, This Is Us, which is pretty popular. Anyway, those bit of news, as well as Titans, there's a lot of crazy news coming out about the Crisis, and I doubt it's going to slow down anytime soon, because there's still a lot of characters who have yet to be confirmed from the Arrowverse and from outside of it. So that is it for the Crisis on Infinite So that is it for the Crisis on Infinite Earths news from today. It seems like we're getting huge Crisis on Infinite Earths news every single day now, or at least every other day or something like that, and I'm not complaining. I absolutely love it. But out of these three huge pieces of news, with the Titans having a cameo, this Batman 1989 character returning, Alexander Knox, and also Justin Hartley's Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow, returning for this crossover, which one of them are you most excited for, and which one of them are you most surprised by? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.